Good morning and welcome. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Cindy Schuffelberger, a registered dietitian, and we have just embarked on this journey to a healthy weight from a biblical perspective. So today I'm going to start with a story that you're all familiar with, and that is the tortoise and the hare. And you might be thinking, well, that's great. What does that have to do with my weight and my eating and my exercise and all of those things? Well, if you recall, the tortoise was slow and steady in his approach, and the hare was quick and confident in his approach. But in the end, it was the tortoise who won the race. And so I think if you look at that mentality and think about the fact that many diets that are out there on the market, books, programs, there are some great things to help us to lose weight. And oftentimes we try to do it so quickly and we're so anxious to get moving and we want to see results now that it's not something realistic that we can maintain for the long term. And so, unfortunately, we see that the prevalence of overweight and obesity continues to increase in the United States. Even though there's no shortage of programs and diets out there, we're not finding any real impact or any lasting impact on our weight as a whole. So I'm taking a little different approach this year, and I'm gonna be a little bit of the tortoise here, slow and steady. So I hope that won't be frustrating for you. But instead of rushing to do something to see quick results, I think it's important for us to step back and kind of look at how we've gotten to the point that we're at, and think about our actions and our attitudes and our thoughts about food and activity and body image and weight, and really sit back and observe some things before we go running off in any direction. So I'd like to share a verse with you this morning from Hebrews. It's from chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. And it says, let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. So we even see here in the Bible that whether we're talking about life or anything that God has set before us, it's more like a marathon than a sprint. And so we need to be in it for the long haul. And I think we need to take a slow and steady approach to ensure that success. And so that's what I'm encouraging us to do. Now, the other key thing here that's so encouraging in this verse is in the beginning of the second verse, and that is we do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus. And so I'm encouraged that Jesus can help us in this journey. And you might be thinking, well, what exactly does that look like? And I want to encourage you that if you don't have a personal relationship with Christ, that you would check out some of my free resources at my website, www.cindyshufflebarger.com. And I have one in particular that talks about having a quiet time. And it really kind of outlines how to have that personal relationship, where to start, how to grow that relationship, how to nurture it, and really how to dig into the Bible and start hearing from God's Word direction for our lives. So I would encourage you in that, and let us indeed run this race with endurance. So I hope you join us back tomorrow. And remember, this week we're focusing on trying to just eat when we're hungry. And if you find that you're tempted to eat for other reasons, that you take note of those reasons so that we can step back and look at those and evaluate some of our habits and our thoughts, and perhaps where some of our weaknesses may be, so that we can then move forward from there. So I hope you have a great day, and join back tomorrow.